Hey, everybody. Hi, how you doing? Um, it's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, and I'm back on a Wednesday night, June 12th, just half an hour away from a special occasion for me, and one day away from another special occasion for me and my wife. So, anyone got any guesses? Please leave a comment, and while you're at it, please like, subscribe, share. Um, Notify whatever you guys want to do. At 108 subscribers, according to old YouTube here tonight. Cut my nails for you folks. But anyway, so we're going back at it. We're going to do some more MSA Michael Schechner and Associates oddball cards because I love oddball cards. So we're going to move the old style thing out of here. And I already did an episode when I got this little set of cards a long time ago, but I don't think anyone really saw it. Nobody was watching my channel at the time. But I love MSA. They're the ones that do these discs and tons of other oddball cards. Looking for any suggestions if I should do a contest for reaching 100 subscribers, but nobody's commenting. So anyhow, what we're gonna do today is Wednesday night, and special set of cards for me, one of the ones that I went hunting for when I was a kid, and I really like these cards. So I'm going to show you first the cards that I actually got myself going to the store. And the good thing about getting these cards at the store is you could see what card you were getting because it was right on the box. And so some of them I hand cut out, some of them I left complete in the actual box, but those ones I left at my brother's in that chest. So I think I showed the ones that I had in that chest back in Albuquerque in that other video. You go back about 3 or 4 months, you can see that video where I basically titled it Cards I Left in Albuquerque at my brother's. It shows some of these in the they were unopened boxes, but then never had a problem for 20 some years. And then I left them at my brother's and a bunch of bugs got in there and ate the stuff out. So that sucks. But anyways, got tomorrow. Well, got a 4-day weekend. I took 2 vacation days for these special occasions. So what we're going to do today, people, carrying on with the MSA, is we are going to do the Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Home Plate Heroes. Now, these cards came on a box of Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. On the back, on the front, it basically had that little logo up there and maybe showed a few cards that you can get on the back. And then there was 2 card panel on the back, and they're very much like the Topps Hostess cards from the 70s, but these are done by MSA, and I like them. One, they remind me of the Hostess ones, which I do like, or the old bazookas, anything that came on the box like candy or anything like that. But just because they're so simple, they're kind of ugly, they're simple, there's no backs. It just, like I've talked about on some of these other MSA cards, reminds me very much of like really old cards, like turn of the century through the 20s, 1900s. And so let's get to it now. The other ones that I got, like I said, are in that other video. Those are the ones that I never cut out. And then I got these cards off the actual boxes myself, because I would go to the store with my mom and go digging around there. I believe the place was called Save and Gain. It was on Indian School, I think, in Wantabo in Albuquerque, or Bag and Save. And I would dig through all those boxes looking for the different people I needed. But now keep in mind, it's like a 45 card set. They didn't just come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. Sometimes it would be 10 and 40 and 12 and 36. So that made it a little difficult, but they did do panels of 1, 2, 3, 4. So the ones that I picked up from eBay were that version, that just the panels, they're cut out, but not individual. So anyways, here we go. So I loved these cards. I know they're not super valuable, probably never will be. And you know, of course, I was a teenager and tried to cut those out myself, and I would have made the assumption that you want to cut away that um, dotted line because you wouldn't want to see that on your card. Um, so obviously some of these are going to be a little miscut because you do want that border on there. So I figured this was the border right here, this little line going around the card. So I don't see why you would need this little border, especially back then. But most of these are pretty much like this. So there's Dale Murphy. So I don't know who he came with on the actual box when I cut these out myself. Now, when I get to Eric Davis, I'll tell you about that, and it is numbered. So this number 2, Dale Murphy. And just blank back, that was the inside part of the Kraft macaroni and cheese box, which are still the same as the ones you can get at the store today. Where you had to add milk, mix that powder up, and then they would come on the different boxes too, like the spirals and stuff like that, which you'll see in a little while. Alright, here we go. Wade Boggs collector, Wade Boggs fan. There you go, number 7, first Hall of Famer here, Wade Boggs. Blank back. My man Ryan Sandberg, card number 8. We know he's number is 23, so it doesn't go by the jersey. And oh yeah, I guess I should have talked about this already. So that's got the Major League Baseball Players Association logo on there, the Kraft products, Home Plate Heroes, and then down here 1987 MSA. So it's another one of those beautifully ugly sets. There's nothing super special about them. They're just cool because you could get them. And yeah, I was just eating up baseball cards at the time. So I love this little set. Of course, Wally Joyner was a big chase at the time. Hot rookie at the time. So he obviously started in 86 there. Alright, so here's Eric Davis. This one's pretty badly cut or got damaged somewhere along the line. But when I went to this card shop in Campbell, I want to say it's like at Winchester and Hamilton, or Campbell, over in Campbell. It's part of San Jose, basically. There's a comic book store right there in that corner. And when a year or two into moving here, we went in there. So I wanted to check it out. I was actually looking for the Louis L'Amour, the Western writer. His son and them had put out a couple graphic novels on some of the Louis L'Amour stories. So I went in there to see if they had that, but they had some baseball cards. They had like a box of Hobby open that you can buy by packs, Allen and Ginter, which I was shocked, and they were a couple years old, so I grabbed a few packs of that. And then they had a little plastic box with some cards just loose, and in there was one of these, Eric Davis, and it's autographed, and it was only $1. So I was like, I'll take the risk. I don't know if that's really his autograph, but I like oddball cards, and why not take the chance? So I bought that, and I've looked online, and it does look like his autograph. Now since then I have picked up an Eric Davis autograph out of like Clearly Authentic or Archive Signature series. So I think it could be his autograph. It's not authenticated, but that's super cool. Eric Davis. Now I know I already showed those cards before, but I'm doing my little MSA run. So I wanted to show you guys all these different MSA cards, and I'm trying to get the ones that are like in somewhat of a set. May not have complete sets, but where I have enough cards where they can do their own video. And then at some point where I'll only have like 1 or 2 of a certain set, then I'll just lump those all together, and you know, like, oh, I have the cards from this gas station, or the cards from that convenience store, you know, I got 1 of those and 2 of these swell cards or something like that. So Ozzie Smith, shortstop. There you go, Mr. Mangini. Johnny Ray, second base for the Pittsburgh Pirates. on the MSA Michael Schechner and Associates card. And boy, man, in the late 80s, you can find this stuff everywhere on all kinds of products. I mean, we showed you yesterday in the 90s, you can get them off of Milk Bone, dog treats. Robin Yount, Hall of Famer. Alright, the great Darryl Strawberry at the time. He was a super hot prospect at the time. Not too bad a cutting there. But boy, you have to get yourself a paper cutter or really learn how to cut, because this stuff's tough to keep straight. Ron Darling, New York Mets. There's 15 wins there. Alright, next Hall of Famer is Mr. Dave Winfield. So just simple images, a simple card, just that little, you know, like the Hostess is different, like on this aspect, and they actually have stuff on the back. So it'd be more just a picture and maybe a few of these things, and then get rid of this and put that information on the back. But they're very similar. But I really like these. It's simple, they're not licensed, but I like that simple. It kind of reminds me of tobacco cards, so that's pretty cool. Then you got Mr. Pete Rose. I wish I could have found that Eric Davis card. When I do, I'll have to do another episode with these cards, because why not? I mean, 2 or 3 months from now, you guys will have forgotten about this video and being like, oh cool, check that out. Or new people will come along. And I looked through all my other boxes that have like the autographs and stuff that, and I looked in the other room. I know I just recently seen it too, but I think it's in the bedroom, and she already went to sleep because she's got to work tomorrow. She took off Friday, but she couldn't take off tomorrow. So Alvin Davis, Steve Sachs, number 38, and George Bell, who had a spectacular 1987, and looks like he had a pretty good 86 there as well. So those are my loose cards. I've always treasured these. I knew that they were probably never going to be worth a whole lot, but I dig them. And just always, this was my version of getting a T206. I couldn't afford a T. Maybe I could have. You never seen them. You know, I never seen like a T206 at the baseball card shop that wasn't like $30 or something like that. You know, maybe had I gone into the baseball card shop and seen a T206 for like $5, then I might have been, oh, I'll get one of those just to have it. But that's, you know, there was no eBay and that stuff in the 80s, so you were just kind of stuck with what you can get. And I can get this stuff at the store, plus we got food out of it, and these cards were free, so they worked on me, the whole product issue. Alright, so then I ordered the complete set off of eBay. All of them came in these uncut panels, except one of them wasn't cut the same as the other. 24 panels. One of them was cut short compared to the other ones. So then I had to go on eBay again and find that card and the complete panel, and paid almost as much for that single card as I did for the complete set. So here's the panel that came with these other cards, but as you can see, it's missing the green part there. So this was part of the 45 or 48 card set. Let me double check here. 46. So this was part of the 46 cards that I ordered off of eBay, but because it didn't match the other ones, I went ahead and ordered this one by itself from somebody else off of eBay. But there's Pete Inconvenia and Jeff Reardon. So alright, so let's get to it, folks. Decent amount of Hall of Famers in this set. Now, the only thing I can say that maybe someday I might want to do is get them all with the same green, because some of them are the blue ones that are the spiral. or it'd be nice to have a set of each. So, or it would be really nice to have a set of matching, or both, matching full boxes. Not, obviously take the macaroni out because the Boggs got them at my brother's house. But there you go, you got Dale Murphy and Eddie Murray. And so that's the back of the box. And you can easily go on online, Google, and you could see what this would look like as the complete box. It's not a rare find as some of those serial cards to find the advertisement that showed on the front. So Hall of Famer Eddie Murray and Dale Murphy there, cards 1 and 2. Alright, then we got another Hall of Famer, Cal Ripken and Mike Scott. So as you can see, most of these will be cut like that. And this doesn't really matter because it's PSA for you grading people. As long as you have that dotted line around there showing, that card could get graded. So in theory, that could get a 10, because that one's in pretty good shape right there. I don't know how they, like if I sent this in like this, which I won't, but I wonder how they would grade it, or would they encase that whole thing and grade it based on this, or would they encase the whole thing and grade it just based on the actual card itself? So there you go, Jim Rice, Hall of Fame. Jody Davis, catcher for the Cubs, got to see him play a lot on old WGN. So as you can see down there, MSA. And we got old Jody Davis in that Cubs set that I showed you, the David Bird cards. Alright, that one of the best panels to get. Dual Hall of Famers, Ryan Sandberg and Wade Boggs, number 7 and 8. Alright, then here's where it just feels like Kraft macaroni and cheese box, the cardboard. It's very cereal box-ish. There's the one with Eric Davis and old Wally Joyner there. Alright. So they put two of the good prospects together on one panel, but neither of them made it to the Hall of Fame. There you go, Ozzie Smith and Tony Pena. So the Sox and the Pirates. Maybe they put an American Leaguer and a National Leaguer on each panel. I didn't even notice that. Let's see. Yep. Wow, I just learned something new, people. From 1987 to 2024, I never noticed or never knew that each panel has one National Leaguer and one American Leaguer. It never dawned on me. That's interesting. See, people, you learn something new every day. Alright, and as I said, if my voice is too scratchy or slow for you, go ahead and put me up to 1.5 on your speed, and I'll sound normal. Johnny Ray and Harold Baines, so Hall of Famer Harold Baines there. Alright, next one, Ozzie Smith and Joe Carter. So Hall of Famer and super solid superstar, Mr. Joe Carter. Alright, Vince Coleman and Corey Snyder. Heard one dude talking about Vince Coleman not being very friendly. One of his videos I watched yesterday, asking for autographs. But hey, everybody has a bad day, so I guess you'd need multiple stories like Manny Ramirez to confirm that somebody just wasn't having a bad day or didn't like you. Alright, then we got Kirk Gibson and Steve Garvey there, so some solid superstars. Let's see, have we gotten to one of those blue ones yet? Yeah, we did. Well, I'll show you here coming up. Didn't even point that out. But Detroit and San Diego. Alright. right, George Brett and John Tudor. So I don't think there's one from each team. I'm not sure, but you know, obviously we've seen a couple of Cardinals so far, so I think that just who had a good 86. All right, Hall of Famer Robin Yount and Von Hayes. So pretty cool. Standard MSA images, pictures. All right. Kent Herbeck and Darryl Strawberry. I love these cards, people. I just, something about Oddball and picking something up at the store that just does it for me. You know, that one's not got the best corner for Kirby Pucket there. Looks like it might be a little bin there, but that's okay. Kirby still happy there. Kirby Pucket, Hall of Famer, and Ron Darling. All right, here's probably a good panel a lot of people would like to collect. That is the Don Mattingly with Mike Schmidt. So the guy that everyone thought was going to be the next him. Someday that might be a dual Hall of Famer panel right there. Here's another fan favorite. Mr. Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer with Fernando Valenzuela. So as you've seen on a lot of my MSA cards, this recent showings have been a lot of Fernandos. Alright, now this at the time was a super card to pick up. Hall of Famer Dave Winfield and shoe-in Pete Rose. We know how that turned out. Still, Pete's very collectible. Probably get in the Hall of Fame perhaps after he's dead, I would imagine. Of course, my man Andre Dawson's not in this set, so. Alright. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So I don't have to worry about this color as much. Jose Canseco and Glenn Davis. Look at that. Oh, Glenn Davis for the Houston Astros. You say, oh, I thought there was one from each league in these panels. Well, Houston used to be in the National League. Swapped with Milwaukee. All right. All right, Alvin Davis with Mr. Steve Sachs. Dodgers, hey, buddy Ricky, he is a huge Dodgers fan growing up. How you doing, Rick? Whoop. Pete Incaviglia and Jeff Reardon. So Montreal made it in there with old Jeff Reardon. Too bad it wasn't Andre on that one. Pete was a power hitter. Okay, so here's the different color. So as you can see the blue around the edge here, that means that came out of the Kraft macaroni and cheese spirals. So I thought this part would be blue, but it's just the edge of the box that you could still see on this here. Jesse Barfield and Hubie Brooks. So I don't know if that's going to be super important in 100 years, but it could be something like the different backs on T206s. Alright, Jesse and Hubie. Alright, another Hall of Famer here, Tony Gwynn. The great Tony Gwynn, rest in peace, and George Bell, solid superstar. So that's a nice card. Remember Chili Davis, one of the coolest names in baseball. Oh, Chili Davis and Roger Clemens there. So Roger, superstar pitcher at the time. And to wrap it up, folks, of course you're going to get Nolan Ryan and Mike Witt there. But look at Nolan Ryan, all serious, with his 253 wins and 226 losses at this point. What a 3.15 ERA for his career, up to 80 through 86. So that's probably the I would suggest that that's probably the most valuable card in this set. Then maybe like Ricky Henderson, Don Mattingly, and some of them other people. So there you got it, you know. That's pretty sweet stuff. So let's see, we'll pull Boggs and Mattingly out there, put them here. So we can kind of take a look at their panel. Cal Ripken Jr. there. Alright, so individual and full panel. Alright, so there you go. So I'll let you guys look at these two cards here for a moment. Let's see how many Hall of Famers we got out of this. So like we said, 46 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So at least 15 of the 46 players are in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, it's a neat little set. Shouldn't set you back too much if you're interested in putting that together. Probably have to pay up a little more if you want the complete boxes, because the shipping would be pretty expensive, especially if the boxes haven't been flattened out. If you get them flattened out, probably save some money, but to get them unflattened, you're probably going to pay up, like I said. So there it is, people. There it is, another MSA Oddball. Beautiful set of cards. Beautifully ugly. I need a drink. Beautifully simple. No frills. But like I said, there's something to be said about that. So tell me what you think. Do you guys like these cards? Do you hate them? Yeah, tell me if you got them. Did you ever have to go out and, you know, go buy them yourself, or go with your mom or whatever to the grocery store? And yeah, a lot of fun. I remember spending a lot of time with my mom going to the store, and the more cards were out, definitely come baseball season, I was going with her a lot. So yeah, we got some more stuff to show you coming up. I think after this video I'm going to do one of my own Ginter's boxes, because I feel like opening one. And hey, about 11:58 p.m. and it looks like I got about a minute left before a special occasion for me. Alright, thanks everybody. Thanks for sharing this time with me, and I'll see you some more tomorrow. Alright, bye.